Hey guys, welcome back to Live Fire Coaching. I am Coach Joe, and we are in week 6 of the Identity Reset program. Now, this week we're going to be focusing on beliefs versus identity, and we want to stop confusing thoughts with truth. So, if you're somebody who says any of the following, I can't change, I always mess up, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I'll probably never change, anything along those lines, and I want you to stick around because this video is for you and it will help you. Now, when you say those things, you're saying those things like they're a fact, but most of that isn't fact at all. It's belief, and it's an embedded belief that's been there for, it could be years, could be decades, could be a lifetime. But today I'm going to teach you one of the most freeing things that you can learn, and that is that you are not your belief. You are the person who can change it. Now, I want you to write down the following two sentences, and I want you to repeat them throughout the week, throughout the month, okay? Until you can memorize it. A belief is a thought that you learned and repeated. An identity is a self that you live right now. With that being said, I want you guys to understand that beliefs can feel like truth because they've been repeated for a long period of time. But repetition doesn't make something true, it just makes it familiar. And what's familiar feels safe even when it is destructive. That's why a lot of people stay stuck. They just don't have a belief, but they become the belief. So this week we separate belief from identity so you can stop living from that old thought, from that old pattern, from that old habit. Now, there are three reasons why beliefs feel real. Reason number one are the facts of what actually happened. Reason number two are the stories, what you have decided that it meant. And reason three are the predictions, what you assume will happen next. Now, a very simple example of this would be take somebody who failed at doing something one time. Well, the fact is they failed, but they only failed at it once. But they've told themselves the story that this means that they're a failure. So now they feel if they go back and do that same thing that they failed at once, they're going to predict that they're going to fail at it again. But notice this, the only fact is that they failed once. That's it. Only that first part is a fact. So most suffering comes from mistaking stories and predictions for facts. Now, I want to introduce you guys to a little exercise that I call Belief Court. Now, this is a very simple exercise. It's got 5 steps to it, and they're very easy. So let's go over this real quick. Now, I want you to understand that this week you're not going to be pretending, okay? This week you're going to be putting your belief on trial, not with denial, not with hype, but with a fair test. So, step one is to state the claim. The claim might be I'm not good enough, it might be I'm a failure, whatever is unique to you. So, claim da 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 da, whatever it is. Now, the second part is I want you to find the evidence that supports that claim. Okay. So, I'm not good enough because this happened to me, or I did this, or so and so did that. Whatever that evidence is, collect that evidence. Now, step three is you're going to collect the evidence against that claim. What contradicts that claim? What makes that claim not true? Step four is going to be the new verdict. Okay, so you're going to take the evidence from step three, you're going to apply that to step four to create the better belief. Now, step five is a proof action, one action that creates the evidence for the new belief. Okay, so if your claim is I'm not good enough, and your support of that is, well, I'm not good enough because one of my parents all said I'd never amount to anything, but you have the evidence that you have a good, stable job. That would be the evidence. So your new belief could be that I am good enough because I have this evidence over here of a good, stable job. Okay. Your proof action could be something that supports that job or whatever it is, whatever is unique to you. It doesn't have to be specific to work, it can be whatever you want it to be. Now, the reason that we're doing this is because your mind respects receipts. So we're not going to argue with your mind. We don't need a bunch of confusion going on. We don't keep this very, very simple. All we're doing is building a better case. That's it. So understand that when you change a belief, your identity stabilizes. Instead of saying something or believing a state of, well, I'm a liar, or an identity of I'm a liar, it becomes, well, I used to hide, but I'm becoming honest and congruent. So instead of coming from the identity of I'm an addict, it becomes I'm becoming sober, clear, and self-led. And if you identify as somebody who says I'm fat, the new identity says I'm becoming healthy and disciplined one rep at a time. So this is not pretending, this is upgrading the state where you live from or the identity that you live from. Okay. Now in the description below, I'm going to put in the Belief Court worksheet so you guys can just download that PDF and do it at home. I want you to choose one belief that keeps you stuck. I want you to put it on trial, then pick your new verdict and your one proof action daily. Okay. Now, if you want my help personalizing the new verdict and proof plan, book a free consultation with me. I'll have my Calendly link in the description. And remember, true lasting transformation starts internally and it increases external outcomes. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video, which will be the walkthrough video of the Belief Court worksheet. After that, we will go into week 7, which is, I forgot what I titled it, the Future Self Blueprint. And the Future Self Blueprint is going to be an exciting video because it's going to help build the version of you that wins. So make sure you tune in for that video as soon as it's up. It might be next week. It might be sooner. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.